Okay, so if you're watching this video, you probably live in a country that's not the most friendly to cryptocurrencies. But did you know there are a few countries out there in the world that are super friendly to cryptocurrencies because they want to welcome innovation onto their shores? So if you're curious about this topic, I'm going to share with you my top 5 countries to live in if you're a crypto trader, investor, or business person. So sit back, relax, and just keep on watching. Alright, so everyone, in this video, I'm going to provide an overview about the top 5 countries that I chose that are super friendly to crypto. I'm going to share them in no particular order, so the first one I say is not necessarily the best one. And also, we're going to talk about a few reasons of why they want to be friendly to crypto, and also what specifically they've done to gain that title of crypto friendly. So the very first one is Estonia, and this is a small country in Eastern Europe right next to Russia, with 1.3 million residents, not a lot at all. And they've been doing stuff with both blockchain and crypto. On the blockchain side, they've secured all their medical records on the blockchain already. And also they're famous for their e-residency program. I don't know if you've been around the space for a couple years now, but if you have, you probably have heard of Estonia's e-residency program. I actually know a friend who's gotten that before so that he can start his business in Estonia with friendlier regulations. And they also created this program to welcome ICOs onto the shore back when ICOs were booming. Basically, the idea is that the Estonian government would do the hard job of vetting these entrepreneurs and business people so they can have ICOs while also being safer and less chance of scams. Country number 2 is beautiful Malta. And Malta is in the Mediterranean Sea between Tunisia and Italy. It's a small island. You might have also heard of it by its nickname before, called Blockchain Island. It's pretty famous because a lot of large exchanges like Binance and OKX have moved onto its shores. And this is very similar to Malta welcoming online gambling industry onto its shores. They've gotten a lot of success in terms of rising their GDP and also increasing their country's revenue by welcoming these new and previously unregulated industries. And so with online gambling specifically, that's become 13% of their whole GDP. And so that's a big chunk, and they've gotten a lot of success with that. That's why they're also changing their gaze onto a new up-and-coming industry, blockchain and cryptocurrency technology. So what are they doing to incentivize all these companies to come onto shore? Binance, OKX, and also a ton of other medium and smaller size ones. First and foremost, they offer lucrative tax incentives to do so. Secondly, they write out really clear and friendly crypto regulations, so there's not a lot of question marks about if something can be done or how to do it in a legal and regulated way. And lastly, they have a lot of government incentives to get these companies onto shore and help them spin up a business really easily and run smoothly so that everyone's happy. Alright everyone, just a really quick note so far. If you like this video, I have 3 more countries to go, but if you can support me by smashing the like button, I would appreciate you immensely. So country number 3 is Singapore, and this is an Asian country, a really small country right under Malaysia. You can see it on the map over here. But it's been able to get a lot of crypto businesses to move overshore there. If you can see, in 2018, it was second only to the United States in terms of the number of ICOs registered in Singapore. And you may wonder, why is that the case with such a small country? Well, that's because they have a really conducive regulatory environment with clear-cut frameworks for crypto businesses to operate in. The government regulators have shown that they're well-informed, transparent, and also friendly to innovation in the space. For example, the MAS, or Monetary Authority of Singapore, has written out a clear-cut guideline to allow crypto businesses and companies to operate without being in the dark and wondering if they're going to get sued later, for example. Country number 4 is Switzerland, and specifically the city of Zug, or Z-U-G. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that quite correctly. It might be Zug as well. And that's actually famous because it's called the Crypto Valley, another nickname for that city. And Zug is a really small town just an hour away from Zurich, which is a little bit more famous. You might have heard of that before. A couple reasons why many companies have moved their operations to Zug, such a small city, is first of all, they have a really low corporate tax amount. And second of all, they were one of the first places to put out clear guidance about how they treat crypto assets and companies dealing with such. And so as you can see, that's a common theme around many of these places so far. Friendly and clear-cut regulations so that they're not kept in the dark, and it won't be like the SEC coming after you 2 years after you launch your token sale. So that is a common strand for these countries. It's also interesting to note because the Ethereum Foundation is based in Crypto Valley in Zug, Switzerland. Also, a lot of the other companies in this ecosystem are there as well. Here's a screenshot. You probably have to squint your eyes to take a look at some of them because there's a ton of them like Bancor, Cosmos, Definity, Lisk. Those are just a few big ones. There are a ton of them based in this space. And they also have a lot of traditional fintech companies there too. So a lot of mutual collaboration because of that. Also, because there's such a hotbed for many different crypto companies based there, they also have a pretty famous conference every year called the Crypto Valley Conference of Blockchain Technology. A lot of people go there and converge on the small town during that time. Another quick note for you guys right now while you're watching this video. Bitcoin for Beginners, our channel, is all about education. We're not really about fancy animation or entertainment. We're all about hardcore education in this space. We want to learn in the space and share our research with you guys. So if you like our mission, I encourage you to join us by subscribing to this channel. Thank you. And number 5, last but not least, is Portugal. This was kind of a recent one to this list of crypto-friendly countries. But they're right next to Spain, gorgeous weather. And why are they a crypto-friendly country, you may ask? Because recently, one of the business journals of Portugal put out some big news that's saying that the Portuguese Tax and Customs Authority said that crypto trades and payments are tax-free. This is huge news for traders, investors, and business people. Here's a screenshot of an article written on Cointelegraph saying the same thing. The Portugal Tax Authority says that Bitcoin trading and payments are tax-free, which is amazing. And basically, this news came out of the fact that the agency provided clarification to a local mining company that wanted to see how to treat their mined coins from a tax perspective. And they put out this ruling, and this was reported on. And another thing that they noted was that there's no taxes on cryptocurrency earnings as well. So trading, payments, mining, this is super great news for investors and traders. And a lot of people who've seen this news have said that they now want to retire in sunny Portugal. So we've talked about the crypto-friendly countries, but what about unfriendly ones? Well, we all know there's a ton of countries unfriendly to crypto, like the United States, where the SEC is ruling down with an iron hand on a lot of the companies that came out in 2017 and 2018. Now, a lot of them are scams and deserve to be shut down, but sometimes there's just unclear regulations making companies unafraid to build and innovate in this space in the United States. Another company is India that's been very unfriendly to crypto, and their government has been finding a lot of ways to ban trading altogether for their citizens. Super not cool, and preventing a lot of people in their country from participating in this budding ecosystem. And finally, China, as you may all know, they're not necessarily unfriendly to blockchain, but to cryptocurrency, ICOs, exchanges. A lot of people had to move offshores because China didn't want that on there, for now at least. So what are some final thoughts that I have on this topic? Well, as you can tell, a lot of smaller countries want to welcome innovation onto the shores to get the revenue, and they've done so by being crystal clear and friendly in terms of the regulation to all the innovation going on in the space. So hopefully over time, other countries join these trailblazers in becoming more friendly to crypto innovation, and we can all trade, build companies, and just participate in the space without so much uncertainty and regulations. Let me know what you think though. Would you want to move to any of these countries? Maybe Portugal, maybe Singapore. Many of these countries are pretty awesome to visit or live in anyways. So let me know what you think, and if I've missed any on my list, let me know as well. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you like this content, definitely hit that bell icon as well to subscribe and catch our future content, not only by me, but also by Adrian, by Fez. Also, I've left you 2 other videos you can click up above to check out that we've put out recently. Thank you everyone for watching. This is Kevin. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.